Welcome back to Sawtooth Tactical. We've got another quick video news story for you guys this Sunday. This one is called "The Reasons for Gun Ownership Vary from Place to Place." And it's a very short article, but it illustrates a point that I want to make. And the point really is that this government trying to pass all this gun control, trying to ban what they call assault weapons or semi-automatic rifles and firearms, is not what the people want, and they are shooting themselves in the foot, ironically, by trying to pass stuff that their constituents are not for. It just shows how out of touch these guys really are with what the American public really wants. But before we get started, I just want to thank all 1,000 of my subscribers. You guys are awesome. From here, the sky is the limit. All right, so the article is entitled, "The Reasons for Gun Ownership Vary from Place to Place." Very simple. 44% of Americans report living in a household that has a gun, according to Gallup polling, while 32% of those surveyed say they personally own a gun. So it's not like these guys think like it's just the fringe, it's just, right-wing crazy people that own guns. No, guns are owned by tons of Americans from every walk of life. These numbers have stayed relatively stable since 2007, when Gallup first started polling Americans on gun ownership. Although, as we know, the last 3 years have had record gun sales, especially the last 2 years. Broken records on broken records, more guns sold than ever before. Gun ownership is growing by leaps and bounds. And the reasons these Americans own guns can vary wildly, from the need for self-protection to enjoying shooting as a hobby. Those are two of my reasons. The latest episode of Meet the Press Reports explores this wide world of gun culture as it exists in inner cities and in rural neighborhoods. For the report, NBC News' Cal Perry spoke to a man, Will, from Maryland, who asked to be identified only by his first name. "I wanted to protect my family, protect my house," Will said about his gun ownership, citing an increase in home break-ins in surrounding areas. That is one of the main reasons to own a firearm, and is in fact the reason that I bought my first firearm however long ago. I wanted to be able to protect my home and my family from any threats that may come this way, and I wanted the best tool for the job. Sounds like Will's on board with the same kind of thing. In downtown Baltimore, community activist Alex Long provides a space for vulnerable youth to get off the street and work out, while also giving them a place to avoid gun violence. "Guys will come around here with cars and trucks full of firearms, and the purpose is targeted youth," Long told Perry. Elsewhere in the state, Michelle Douglas is the founder of Maryland 10th Cavalry Gun Club, a place that advocates for safe gun ownership and trains firearm owners on how to most responsibly use their guns. Very important. If you are going to own a gun, there is a lot more to owning a gun than just having a gun. You need to learn how to be responsible and safe with it. How to keep it, store it safely, stage it so that it's ready when you need it. You need to go to the range and shoot. Make sure that you get good with it, that you can put rounds on target, but also that you're safe. You're not going to have a negligent discharge. You know the rules of gun safety, all of that stuff. "You're never going to get rid of guns off the street. That ship has sailed," Douglas said. Very true. There are millions of guns in this country already, so banning them really only gets them out of the hands of law-abiding citizens, not the criminals. All three of these gun owners oppose certain restrictions and regulations on guns, despite owning them for vastly different reasons. And that is the thing. The more people that own guns, the more people are going to oppose gun control legislation, bans on assault weapons, and all that kind of stuff. Because once you own firearms and you understand why we own firearms and you understand how to own firearms in a safe and responsible manner, then you realize that the government shouldn't be putting any control on us as far as the ownership of firearms go. There's a reason the Second Amendment was written into the Constitution the way it was, shall not be infringed. Let's see, where was I here? There's too many guns out here on the street, and there's too many people that don't follow the rules. So lift the restrictions on people like me so we can defend our homes, Douglas told Perry. Again, criminals will criminal. So gun control doesn't do anything to stop crime. It's been proven. All it does is tie the hands of legal, responsible gun owners from being able to protect themselves from those criminals. Let's see. This article was originally published on NBC News. That's it. Like I said, it's a quick, short article. But it just goes to show there are gun owners from every walk of life, every financial situation, every race, everything that you can imagine. There's people that own guns. And, if these politicians want to stay in office, they need to cut it out with the gun control because people aren't going for it anymore. And the only people that are, they just don't get it. They don't seem to understand the logic that gun control only affects law-abiding people that aren't going to do anything criminal with their guns anyway. So it's really pointless. The criminals, like I said, criminals are still going to criminal. There's too many guns already out there to be able to take guns out of the hands of criminals who are going to use them for unlawful, dangerous criminal means. Gun control only affects you and me. And so I oppose it, as I'm sure you do too. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video, share it with like-minded people, and please leave me a comment on what you think. What kind of person are you, and do you own a gun, and do you believe in gun control? Because I don't. Anyway, as we always do, we'll grab a couple of 1911s here today, and from Sawtooth Tactical, stay strapped or get clapped.